Good Erev Shabbos. I'm recording this video on our balcony. My family is in Bidud. My daughter got corona this week, so I'm not able to travel, but as you see, the view is stunning nevertheless. And you, Rabbi Say, are my portal to the world. I want to share with you an incredible idea. You might wonder, what transforms Yosef HaTzadik in this week's Parsha, Parshas Vigash, from that staunch, stubborn ruler who will not vacillate under any circumstances and plays the role of a very difficult person, taking Binyamin, planting the theft with Binyamin, holding hostages as the viceroy, ruling with an iron fist. And then all of a sudden in this week's Parsha, there's a transformation where the Torah tells us that Yosef lo yachol ishapek, he couldn't hold himself back anymore. So I ask you, this story is not new. We've heard the story come out 4 times by the time this week's Parsha comes around, and nevertheless we're told that something happens that Yosef can no longer hold himself back from revealing himself to Yehuda and the brothers. What changed? Let's talk about Yehuda for a minute. Yehuda is the Aryeh. Yehuda is a lion. Yehuda is stubborn, strong through and through. He comes down to Mitzrayim at this point to speak to the Skan of Paro, and he tells him his plea. But he comes in mind very, very strongly with either one of two things. Either he's going to go back to Canaan, to his father Yaakov with his brother Binyamin, or he's going to obliterate every remnant of Mitzrayim like a nuclear bomb hitting Mitzrayim. There'll be nothing left. And he's capable of doing it. So what does Yehuda tell Yosef that changes the story? I think if we back up a little to the Maisa of Tamar with Yehuda, what happens is Yehuda denies the entire incident that ever took place. He ignores the facts when Tamar is looking to be saved from the fire, from being burnt at the stake. And then Tamar sends out Hakir Na, and she sends out the signet ring and the stick. And at that point, Yehuda can no longer deny that it belongs to him, and with a degree of opposition, he admits that it's his, and he in turn saves her life from the burning fire at the stake. Here, with Yosef HaTzadik, we see an element to Yehuda that we've never seen before. And it's not only by Yehuda, the Or HaChaim HaKadosh says it's by all the Shiftei Kah. You see, the Shiftei Kah could not tolerate any relationship, any friendship, any endearment to an Oved Avodah Zarah. And the Mitzrayim were clearly Oved Avodah Zarah, and in Yosef's capacity, he was viewed by the Shiftei Kah as being a Oved Avodah Zarah, and for sure by Yehuda. And therefore, there was no way that he could speak to him in any way other than the strongest and most opposing terms. However, as we see in this week's Parsha, Vigash Elav Yehuda, Vayomer Bi Adoni Yedaber No Avdecha Davar Ba'aznei Adoni Vayichar Abcha Ba'avdecha Ki Kamaycha Kaparoi. There's a dramatic 180-degree change where Yehuda, unlike in the case of Tamar, where he stood in staunchness, here he's machnia himself. He bows basically his personality, and he breaks his own personality down, and he admits to Yosef his weakening and his failure, and he reaches out from the depths of his heart as a broken individual. And when Yosef perceives the fact that Yehuda has broken himself down, and he's machnia himself, at that point, Yosef realizes that the fierce lion that he knows as his brother Yehuda is now a distraught individual who comes with his hat in hand. And at that point, once a person is machnia himself, Yosef can no longer resist. V'lo yochol Yosef le'sapek. May be the will of the Rebbeinu Shalom that is each and every one of us have a need from the Rebbeinu Shalom, or Rahman al-Islam, if we have to come on to another Jew, we have to understand, we have to be machnia ourselves We have to put ourselves and break our own selves down. And if we break ourselves down, Mitzvah Hashem, our tefillos and bakoshos will be thoroughly accepted. Have a wonderful Shabbos.